Imagine this. Two friends live in the same city. Rahul rents an apartment and pays 25,000 rupees every month. Aman buys a flat and pays 38,000 rupees every month as his home loan EMI. Rahul feels frustrated. Every month he thinks, I'm throwing money away on rent. Aman feels proud. Every month he thinks, at least I am building my own asset. 10 years later, Rahul has a large investment portfolio. Aman is still paying EMIs and struggling with expenses. Wait, what? Isn't buying a home supposed to be the smarter financial decision? Then why do so many homeowners feel financially stuck while some renters quietly build wealth? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Renting feels expensive, buying feels smart. But feelings about money are often wrong. And today, we are going to break the biggest myth in personal finance. Owning a house is not always better than renting. Since childhood, we are told one thing. Stop wasting money on rent, buy your own house. Parents say it, relatives say it, society repeats it. Renting is seen as temporary, unstable, a waste of money. Buying a house is seen as responsible, stable, a smart investment. And emotionally, this makes sense. A rented house never truly feels like yours. You can't fully customize it, you worry about lease renewals. And that rent payment hurts because it feels like money disappearing forever. But here's the psychological trick your brain plays. You only see the cost of renting. You don't see the true cost of owning. Buying feels like building wealth, even when it quietly drains your finances. Let's understand why. Rent is obvious. Every month, money leaves your account. You see it, you feel it, you remember it. But when you buy a house, your EMI feels like an investment. But EMI is not just buying a house. It includes loan interest, bank charges, processing fees. In the early years, most of your EMI goes towards interest, not ownership. It's like filling a bucket with a hole in it. You feel productive, but progress is slow. When you rent, your costs are predictable. But when you buy, your wallet faces silent attacks. Owning a house means paying for maintenance and repairs, property taxes, interior setup, furniture, society charges, parking fees, home insurance, unexpected repair disasters. If the plumbing fails, you pay. If the paint fades, you pay. If the lift breaks, you pay. A renter simply calls the landlord. Ownership gives pride, but also permanent financial responsibility. It's like owning a car versus using a cab. A cab ride feels expensive each time. Owning a car feels cheaper per ride. But ownership includes fuel, servicing, insurance, repairs, depreciation. Costs you don't notice daily, but they add up heavily. Life changes faster than we expect.
Better job in another city, family needs change, new opportunities appear. Renters can move easily. Homeowners cannot. A house locks you to one location, one financial commitment, one long-term liability. Selling property takes months, sometimes years, and often people sell in a hurry and lose money. Renting buys you something priceless: freedom. Freedom to move, freedom to adapt, freedom to chase better opportunities. And flexibility often leads to higher income growth. Here's the concept most people miss. When you buy a house, you block a huge amount of money. Down payment, registration charges, interior costs, emergency funds for maintenance. This money gets locked into one asset. But what if that same money was invested? In mutual funds, in index funds, in businesses, in skill development. Over 15-20 years, investments can grow massively through compounding. But real estate grows slowly in many areas. So the real question isn't rent versus buy. The real question is, where will my money grow faster? Sometimes investing the difference between rent and EMI builds more wealth than owning property. Buying a house feels safe, it feels permanent, stable, respectable. But financial stress kills that peace. Large EMIs create pressure like fear of losing job, fear of missing payments, reduced career risk-taking, constant money anxiety. People stay in jobs they hate because of home loans. They avoid starting businesses. They avoid career switches. The house meant to provide security becomes a financial cage. Meanwhile, renters often take bigger career risks, move cities, earn more, and invest more. True security comes from financial freedom, not physical ownership. So why do people still believe buying is always better? Because of three powerful psychological biases. We value things more simply because we own them. We copy what society considers successful. Owning feels like achievement, renting feels temporary. But wealth isn't built on feelings. Wealth is built on cash flow, smart investing, flexibility, opportunity. Buying a house is partly a lifestyle decision, not always a smart financial one. For some people, buying makes sense, but for many young earners, it delays wealth building by decades. Instead of asking, is renting wasting money? Ask better questions. Will buying limit my financial flexibility? Can I invest the price difference wisely? Am I buying for social pressure or financial logic? Is my job stable enough for long-term EMIs? Does this house fit my future plans? Renting is not throwing money away. It's paying for flexibility, lower responsibility, mobility, and peace of mind. Buying is not always investing. Sometimes, it's concentrating your wealth in one risky, illiquid asset. The smartest people don't blindly rent or buy. They calculate, they compare, they choose based on numbers, not emotions. So next time someone says, rent is a waste of money, you'll know the truth. Renting buys freedom, buying brings responsibility. One feels expensive today, the other can become expensive for decades. Because personal finance isn't about doing what feels adult, it's about doing what builds real freedom. Sometimes, the smartest financial move doesn't look smart to others. And sometimes, the house you're proud to own quietly owns you.